Hi friends, my name is Ratan. I am working for DURGASOFT Solutions as a Java trainer. So my number of videos are present in internet regarding core Java. So here in this video we will discuss the basic point regarding Java. So coming to basic point means like Java coding conventions and Java tokens and Java identifiers and Java comments. So these four parts we will discuss in this video. It's not a great one, the simple points, but important points. Clear? So here the first one, Java coding conventions. So we must follow the Java coding conventions. So why Ratan? Java is a case sensitive language, Java is a case sensitive language. Means while developing the application, we must follow some letters are capital letters, some letters are lowercase letters. So we must follow the coding conventions, right? Good. So here, while developing applications, once you know these are the capital letters, these are the small letters, then only you are able to write the applications. For that reasons, now we will discuss the Java coding conventions. So here, the simple point, the Java coding conventions for the classes. So here, what about the Java coding conventions for the classes, Ratan? Simple point, the class name starts with capital letter. I hope everyone knows these points very well. Ratan, I don't know these points, Ratan. If you don't know this point, it's very dangerous to develop the Java applications. Coming to Java coding conventions for the classes. Class name starts with capital letter. Class name starts with capital letter and every inner word starts with a capital letter only. So starts with capital letter and every inner word also starts with a capital letter. For example, I am writing the string is a class, starts with capital letter. I am underlining the capital letters, concentrate. So here the next one is a string buffer is a class. In the string buffer it contains two words, starts with the capital and inner word is a capital, string buffer. String buffer. What next one, Ratan? Input to stream reader. In the input to stream reader, so input to stream reader, tell me in the input stream reader, I is the capital, S is the capital, R is the capital. So class name starts with the capital letter and every inner word also starts with the capital letter. So clear? So this convention is also known as Camelcase Convention. This convention is also known as Camelcase Conventions. It's not a great one. The next one here, so interfaces, Java contains interfaces. So next one is the interfaces. Ratan, what about the coding conventions for the interface, Ratan? Class and interface both are same coding conventions. Interface also starts with the capital letter and every inner word also starts with the capital letter. So both are same. So coming to interfaces, serializable is the interface. In the serializable, S is a capital. S is the capital. Next one is the random access. In the random access, tell me what are the capital letters? Starts with the capital and inner word is also capital. R is a capital and A is a capital. So this convention is also known as Camelcase Convention, right? Good. There's information about coding conventions of classes and interfaces. So class name starts with capital letter and every inner word starts with capital letter. And interface name also starts with capital letter and every inner word also starts with capital letter. So clear? Good. The next one is the methods concept. So in C language we are having functions. In C language, functions concept. Coming to Java, these are the methods concept. Coming to methods, so method name starts with the lowercase letters. Method name starts with the lowercase letter and every inner word starts with uppercase letters. Method name starts with lower and every inner word starts with the uppercase letter. For example, post is a method, some method is there, post method starts with lower only. Then I would like to find out the caret method is there. The caret method, always method means always parenthesis bracket. So caret method starts with lowercase and inner word A is the capital. For example, Ratan, I would like to convert the lowercase character to the uppercase character. So to convert the lowercase to uppercase, then use the to uppercase method. In the to uppercase, starts with lower, inner word capital, inner word capital. Starts with lower, inner word capital letters. So here, now tell me what are the coding conventions for the methods here? Method name starts with the lowercase and every inner word starts with the uppercase. Every inner word starts with the uppercase. So clear. So this convention, tell me, class and interfaces, what is the convention name? It's also known as Camelcase Convention, right? Coming to methods, the convention is called a mixed case convention. What are methods convention? Mixed case convention. So here, this is the methods concept. The next one is the variables. You know, Java contains variables part. What about variables, Ratan? Coming to variables, so methods and the variables are same. So methods and variables are same. Variable name starts with lowercase and every inner word starts with the uppercase. Now here, variable name, for example, system.out.println we are writing, out is a variable, lowercase. And so we are having the paste context variable. So the paste context variable starts with lower, inner word is the capital. So here, variable names also starts with the lowercase and every inner word starts with the uppercase. So there's information about variables. So clear. So generally everyone says for the class and interfaces take the nouns. Take the nouns, and methods and variables they generally take the verbs. It's not required. Based on your requirement you can take any name. So generally every faculty everyone says so class and interface generally take the nouns. So and the methods and variables generally take the verbs. So clear? Good. The next one here, you know, packages. What about packages, Ratan? Coming to packages. So you know, Java predefined support in the form of the package only. So java.lang package, java.drill package, java.io package, java.awl package, number of packages. So Java predefined support in the form of packages. What is the package contains? Classes and interfaces. The class and interfaces contains corresponding methods. So while declaring the packages, generally we are importing packages. While declaring the packages, what are the coding conventions rather? So coming to packages, so in packages, every character should be lowercase. So while declaring the packages, every character should be lowercase. For example, java.lang package, every character should be lowercase. It seems to be I am writing capital letter, but don't write the capital letter. Every character should be lowercase. And what is next one here? Java.awl package. Otherwise, java.util package. Every character should be lowercase. Clear? So generally we are using these points: classes, interfaces, methods, variables, and packages. And one more thing here. So we have constants. So here constants. Coming to constants, so what are the constants, Ratan? Coming to while declaring the constants, every character must be uppercase character. So what are the characters coding conventions? Constants coding conventions. Every character must be uppercase. So for example, max underscore priority. So in the thread priorities, to find out the thread priority, max priority, like to set the priorities. Otherwise, we can write the min priority, min underscore priority. So every constant is the uppercase. Every character is uppercase. So generally, these are the coding conventions. Ratan, what about constructors, Ratan? Constructor name, class name, same. The convention is there. It's not required. So these are the coding Java coding conventions. It seems to be simple, but you must once you know coding conventions, then only say you know Java. Ratan, I don't know coding conventions, Ratan. You don't know Java, simple. You don't know Java. So good. Tell me what are the coding convention for the classes. Class name starts with capital letter and every inner word starts with capital letter. Interface name also starts with capital and every inner word starts with capital. This convention is also known as Camelcase Convention. And method name starts with lowercase, inner word starts with uppercase. Variables also same thing. This convention is also known as mixed case convention. While declaring the packages, while declaring the packages, the package name must be lowercase. For the last one here, constant. What about constants here? Every constant must be uppercase. Every constant is the uppercase characters. I hope coding conventions are clear. Good. So based on these coding conventions, I will write one application. So check the applications. So in the application, so we will discuss. So tell me how to write the application here. Open the Edit Plus. In the Edit Plus, go to the File menu, click on New, Here number of HTML, CBP, Perl, Java, others. Click on Java. We require the Java. So general, I am declaring the class name. What is the class name here? Test class. Test class main method. So always don't write the each one hello word. I am writing Ratan word. I am saving this application in the Java programming folder. So in my all videos, I am saving these applications in the same folder. So open the command prompt to compile. So initially my control is present in local disk C. Control is present in local disk C, but application is present in local disk G. Just to move to the local disk G, G colon. In the local disk G, my application is present in some Java by Ratan folder. So move to that folder. In that folder, subfolder is there. So what is the subfolder here? Java program subfolder. Move to the subfolder. This is my application location. In this location, my application is available. So once move to the location, can please compile. Tell me what the compilation command? Java compiler. Can please compile my file. My file name is test.java. So code is compiled. Java JVM. What is the class name here? I declared here test class, right? Can please execute the test class. So I declared the test class. So execute the test class. Clear? So here Ratan world is printed. It's not a great output. Output is not a great one. Now here check it. Now test is the class or not? Test is the class. So just now you completed coding conventions. The class name starts with capital letter and every inner word starts with capital letter, right? In this scenario, tell me what is the class name here? Test is the class name, T is the capital. So based on our discussion, T must be capital, right? So but concentrate here. I change it to small t. I change it to small t. I'm changing. So Ratan and so here Aruna world. Ratan and Aruna world. So anyway, tell me. Generally class name starts with capital letter, but I change it to small letter. So that this code is compiled or not. Generally think this code is compiled or not. Obviously, I hope your answer is Ratan. Just now you completed coding conventions. Based on our coding conventions, this is obviously wrong, right? This is obviously wrong. This reason I will compile and execute. Check it. So is it generating error messages or not? Check it. Java compiler, can please compile test.java. Oh, perfectly compile. So can please execute the class. What is the class name here? Small tester. JVM small tester. Click on enter button. What is output here? Ratan and Aruna world. Ratan and Aruna world. So concentrate. Here class name starts with capital letter is optional mandatory. Optional mandatory. Here optional. And do one thing. Come to string class. String is a predefined class or user defined class? String is a predefined class. Change the predefined class string as a small letter. After changing, can you please compile the application? So code is compiled or not? Not compiled. Concentrate. When we change the test class, user defined class to the lowercase, code is compiled, code is executed. But when we change the predefined string class, the application is not compiled. I hope you are observing this point. You are observing this point or not here? So predefined classes, so we must write the capital letters. User defined classes, our choice. So based on this one, I will go on conclusion. So concentrate. So what is the conclusion here? Coming to the conclusion. So what are the coding conventions we will discuss? Classes, interfaces, methods, variables, packages. Whatever the coding conventions we will discuss, these coding conventions are mandatory for the predefined library. So string is a predefined class, string buffer is a predefined class, serializable, random access, all are predefined only. So the coding conventions are mandatory for predefined library and optional for the user defined library. So user defined library means user defined classes, user defined methods, user defined interfaces. I hope point is clear. The coding conventions are mandatory for the predefined library and optional for the user defined library. But as a Java developer, as a software developer, so you must follow those coding conventions while declaring the user defined library also. Mandatory for the predefined only while declaring the user defined library also. So we must follow the coding conventions. Must follow the coding conventions. I hope point is clear. So small test also no problem, capital test also no problem. Code is compiled, executed. So we must follow the coding conventions while declaring user defined library also. There is information about your coding conventions. The next one here, after coding conventions. So generally Java class contains how many elements? Class contains how many elements? Class name. The class contains 5 elements. What are the 5 elements? First one here, variables. I will complete these 5 elements in later videos. Check the videos. So variables. The second one is the methods. The third one is the constructors. The fourth one is the instance blocks. Fifth one is the static blocks. Fifth one is what? Static block. Obviously the class contains how many elements total? 5 elements. What are the 5 elements here? Variables, methods, constructors, instance blocks and static blocks. In the next videos we will discuss each and every element in detail. What is the variable? How many types of variables? What are the methods? How many types of methods? What are the constructors? How many types of constructors? We will discuss each and every element in detail. So generally in this video just I am highlighting Java is a class based. The class contains how many elements? Total elements. So tell me what are the 5 elements here? Variables, methods, constructors, instance blocks and static blocks. Clear? Good. So the next one here, Java identifiers concept. So the first point in this video, first point is Java coding conventions. Mandatory for the predefined, optional for the user defined. But better must follow the coding conventions while declaring user defined library also. And the class contains how many elements? 5 elements. In the later videos, next videos, we will discuss each and every element in detail. Clear? That's point number 2. Point number 3 we will discuss. What is the point number 3? Java identifier. Tell me what do you mean by identifier here? What do you mean by identifier? Identifier, yeah? What do you mean by identifier? Ratan, who knows identifier, Ratan? Concentrate. I declared class name. What is the class name here? Tester. I declared class name is the tester. But inside the class I am declaring void add method. So this is called method. I am declaring test of. This is called constructor. This is called a constructor. I am declaring integer employee ID equal 111. Employee ID equal to 111. So here I class name test, method name add, constructor name tester. So variable name is employee ID, right? Yes or no? Yeah, generally names, class name, method name, variable name, constructor names, right? Every name in Java is called identifier. This name is called identifier, this name is called identifier, name is called identifier. Every name in Java is called identifier. That name may be class name, that name may be method name, that name may be variable name. Every name in Java is called identifier. So generally while declaring identifier, while declaring the class name, so we must follow some rules. So class name does not start with numbers, it starts with some alphabets and all. Starts with the alphabet and all, right? So while declaring the identifier, so we must follow some rules. So first of all tell me what do you mean identifier? Every name in Java is called identifier. That name may be class name, variable name, method name, so any name, enum name. So while declaring the identifier, we must follow some rules. What are the rules, Ratan? We will discuss the rules one by one. So check the rules. So rule number 1. What is the rule number 1? So concentrate. Rule number 1. The identifier contains. So first of all tell me what do you mean identifier here? Every name in Java, either class name or int employee ID equal 111. Yeah, variable name or void add method, method name or variable name or a class name or a constructor name. So any name in Java is called a variable, like identifier. While declaring the identifier, so we must follow some coding conventions. Ratan, what are the coding while declaring the identifier, we must follow some rules. Ratan, what are the rules? Rule number 1. The identifier contains lowercase characters, uppercase characters, lowercase means what? A to Z, lowercase characters, uppercase characters, capital A to Z. The identifier contains lowercase character, uppercase character, and digits. It contains underscore and a dollar symbol. Underscore and a dollar symbol. So concentrate. The identifier contains lowercase characters and uppercase characters and numbers 0 to 9 and dollar and underscore. The identifier contains these all things, but the identifier should not start with. So here should not start with number. So I hope point is clear. An identifier contains small a to z, capital A to z, 0 to 9, underscore, dollar. But should not start with number. Should not start with the number. For example, I will write so int abc123 equal to 10. Valid or invalid here perfectly? Valid or invalid here? So perfectly valid. So I declared integer underscore dollar. So 1 2 3 4. So equal to 30. Valid or invalid here? So perfectly valid. So should not start with number. You can start with the dollar underscore, no problem. 1 2 3 4 30. Perfectly valid. I declared integer 1 2 3 abc. So equal to 40. Valid or invalid? Perfectly. So invalid. Why? It starts with number, right? And here integer underscore Ratan. So Ratan equal to I assign 200. Valid or invalid here? Perfectly valid. For example, integer underscore dollar equal to, so I am assigning 300. Valid or invalid Ratan? Perfectly valid. I assign integer abc dot 123 equal to, so 30. Valid or invalid Ratan? So it contains dot. Dot is a special character. Special character also valid or invalid here? Special characters are valid or not allowed? Not allowed. Invalid. So here special characters are not allowed. So you know what are special characters like dot and comma and percentile and star and ampersand. These are not allowed. These are not allowed. There is a rule number 1. Tell me what is rule number 1 here. An identifier contains lowercase characters, uppercase characters, and numbers 0 to 9, and underscore and dollar. And these should not start with number. Should not start with number means you can start with any numeral, alphabets or underscore or dollar, no problem. Clear? That's the rule number 1. So good. Rule number 2. So coming to rule number 2, so I'll declaring the identifier. So here I am declaring an identifier like this. Can please check it. For example, integer employee ID equal to 111. Integer employee ID equal to 111. So system dot out dot println of. So here I assign printed employee ID. Control S. So do the compilation. So code is compiled. So the problem here, public string. So C is a capital letter. Change to capital letter. So code is compiled. Java. Class name is a test. What is the output here? 111 is printed. So what is the identifier here? Employee ID is the variable name is called identifier. For the identifier, I am declaring keywords. So you know Java contains how many keywords? 50 keywords. In the demo class you completed 50 keywords, right? Demo class you completed 50 keywords. But here I am declaring keyword as identifier. I am declaring keyword as a identifier. Ratan, possible or not possible, Ratan? So if you want, check it. So what is it's not a statement. It is saying not a statement. So it is not possible to declare keywords as a identifiers. So what is the second one here? So not possible to declare. So all the keywords, how many keywords? 50 keywords. Keywords as a identifier. So one of the rule, very very important rule. So keywords are not allowed as identifiers. Rule number 2. And rule number 3. What is rule number 3, Ratan? But concentrate. Rule number 3 is little bit important. And you know string is a predefined class, system is a predefined class, right? So these are the predefined classes. I'm using predefined class name as identifier. String equal to $11. So I'm printing just a string value. So concentrate. I'm taking predefined class name as predefined class as a identifier. Whether it is valid or invalid. So obviously tell me it's a valid or invalid here. Valid or invalid. So predefined class name as a identifier. So valid or invalid obviously. So perfectly valid. So perfectly valid. Java, what the class name here? Tester. What is the output here? 111. So 111 is printed. So it is possible to declare predefined class names and interface names as a identifier. But recommended or not recommended here always? Recommended or not recommended? So not at all recommended. This one is possible, but it is not recommended to do like this. So point is clear. So it is possible to declare predefined class names and interface names as a identifier, but it is recommended or not recommended here? Not recommended. So read the point number 1. So identifier contains A to Z, small a to Z, capital A to Z, 0 to 9, underscore $, but should not start with number. What is number 2 here? So it is not possible to declare keywords as identifier. So keywords, how many keywords in Java? 50 keywords. It is not possible to declare keywords as identifier. The next one is the next one here. So it is possible to use predefined class names and interface name as identifier, but it's recommended or not recommended here? Not at all recommended. Number 4, coming to identifier, there is no length limit for the identifiers. There is no length limit for the identifiers. But so you can take the identifier name, class name, any number of characters. Any number of characters. There is no length limit for the identifier, but it is always recommended to take. It is recommended to take less than 16 characters. So less than 16 characters. So there is no length limit. So Ratan, there is no length limit, Ratan. I will take the 100 characters, 200 characters. 200 characters class name, 200 characters method name. So clear? It's not recommended. So there is no length limit for the identifier. So no length limit. So but it is always recommended to take. So recommended to take less than 16 characters. Less than 16 characters. That is little bit important. So this is the fourth one. Good. So this is the fourth one. The next one, the last one, and fifth one here. So what is the fifth one here? Coming to identifier. So you know Java is a case sensitive language. In the same way, Java identifier is also case sensitive. It means case sensitive means, for example, here I declared. For example, I declared integer number equal to 100. For example, integer capital ANU. So both first two characters are capital letters. So this is called identifier, right? So identifier is also case sensitive. For example, here integer number and integer number and integer number. So these three identifiers are different. So point is clear. What is the case number 5? So every identifier is the case sensitive. So total how many identifiers here? Like how many rules here? 5 rules. Rule number 1. Every identifier contains A to Z, capital A to Z, 0 to 9, underscore $, but should not start with number and doesn't contain the special characters. Number 2, it is not possible to declare predefined keywords as identifier. Total how many keywords in Java? 50 keywords. It is not possible to declare. Number 3, it is possible to declare predefined class names and interface names as identifier, but it is not recommended. So number 4, there is no length limit for the identifier, but it is always recommended to take the less than 16 characters. Number 5, identifier is the case sensitive. You know, Java is also case sensitive, identifier is also case sensitive. So these three identifiers are different types. This is called our identifiers. Good. So here, so you know Java identifiers here, generally while declaring the class, so class name starts with capital letter or not, so class name contains numbers or not, class name contains $or not. In that way, we will discuss these identifiers. So better to follow the identifiers, declare the class names and all. Clear? Good, this identifier. So Java coding conventions are completed, and the class elements, how many elements in the class? 5 elements. So just I'm highlighting 5 elements. The next videos we will discuss each and every element in detail. But next one here, identifier. What do you mean identifier? Every name in Java is called identifier, and we will declare some rules also. Generally, how many rules are there here? 5 rules. Clear? Good. The last one we will discuss in this video, Java tokens. It's not a great point. Java tokens. So you know, token means nothing but, what do you mean token? General word. The token is nothing but smallest individual part of the application is called token. Nothing but a word. Nothing but a word. The smallest individual part of the application is called token. So just now you completed identifiers. Identifiers with how many rules? 5 rules are completed, and next one is the class elements are completed. How many class elements here? Just 5 elements. The next one is the tokens. So here, what do you mean token? The smallest individual part of the application is called token. Nothing but a simple word. Word is called token. And the first application also contains number of tokens, and it is possible to provide any number of spaces in between the 2 tokens. So simple point. Simple points. So if which one? Smallest individual part of the application is called token, and it is possible to provide any number of spaces in between the 2 tokens. In between 2 tokens. I will do some example if you want. Check it. You know, this is first application. In the first application I am printing the system.out.println of. In the println of I am writing hi Ratan. Control is, you know, code is compiled and executed. It's not a great one. Code is compiled, code is executed. Hi Ratan is printed. But concentrate, class is the token. I am providing number of spaces. This is the token. Public is the token. So static is the token. Void is the token. So main is the token. Open brace is the token. Angular brace is the token. So everything is the token. So I am providing number of spaces. Dot is the token. So it is possible to provide any number of spaces in between 2 tokens. So this is the application. So we are not doing any spell mistakes and all. So we are just providing the number of spaces in between the 2 tokens. Do the compilation, do the execution. Hi Ratan is printed. Ratan, I hope that is a previous output. You are thinking that is a previous output means I will change the SOP statement. Code is compiled, code is executed. Ratan, hi Ratan. So it is possible to provide any number of spaces in between the 2 tokens. Any number of spaces in between 2 tokens. Clear? As information regarding, it's not a great one. So smallest individual part of the application is called a token. Good. And the last point regarding this video, so we will discuss the Java comments. So Java, so comments. So tell me, how many types of comments in Java here? Generally 3 types of comments. What are 3 types of comments here? Single line comments, and multi-line comments, and documentation comment. The regular classes comments means they are discussing 1 hour or 2 hours, 3 hours. It's not required. Just single line comments, multi-line comments, documentation comments. Tell me first of all, what do you mean comment? Comments. What is the purpose of the comments? So very important in real time. Why Ratan? Today I am writing the logics of the application. So in my company today I am developers. Today I am writing the logics of the application. So after 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 years, I am resigning that company. Once I resign that company, some other persons are maintain that code, right? Maintain that code obviously. So today I am writing some logics. So after 1 year, some other persons will maintain that logics. You know, software industry means that code is existed always. Like banking project, online project, shopping cart, everything. So here, today I am developing the project. Tomorrow that project is maintained by some other person. So today I am writing logics. That logics may not understand by some other persons, right? Obviously. So I am writing the logics, but you are unable to understand my logics. So once you are unable to understand my logics means the maintenance will become very difficult. Maintenance of the project will become very difficult. You know, development is only once. but maintenance is a lifelong. Yes or no? Development is only one process. Maintenance is a lifelong. I am developing the code, but you are unable to understand my code. You are unable to understand my code means maintenance will become difficult, right? At that situation, to make maintenance easy, just while declaring my logics, when I am writing my logics, corresponding that logics, I am writing some comments. So comments is nothing but detailed description about application logics. By using comments, I am writing detailed description about my logics. Once I am writing the detailed description about my logics, once I resign that company, some other person will maintain that code. Some other person is able to understand my logics based on at least my comments. Some other person is able to understand my logics based on at least my comments. So finally, tell me what the purpose of the comments. Comments are used to provide logics of the application. Comments are used to provide detailed description about the application. Detailed description about application logics, you can say. Clear? Good. Total how many types of comments here? 3 types. Single line, multi-line, documentation. Then what is single line comment, Ratan? By using single line, it is possible to provide the comments in only single line. By using single line comments, it is possible to provide the comments in only single line. And what are the multi-line comments here? Coming to multi-line here, by using multi-line comments, we are able to write the description about application logics in more than one line. Single line comments means only description is single line. Multi-line comments means description in more than one line. Description in more than one line. Clear? So how to declare the single line, how to declare the multi-line? I will give an example. So what about documentation comments, Ratan? So documentation comments are used to prepare API documents. What is the purpose of each one? Documentation comments. Documentation comments are used to prepare API documents. Ratan, what do you mean by API document? Tell me what do you mean API document here? API document. So don't say application programming interface. So you are saying abbreviation, but I am asking what do you mean by API? What it contains? Application programming interface document. It contains what? Predefined libraries. So I will discuss API in detail. 1 second. So total how many types of comments here? 3 types of comments. Single line, multi-line, documentation. Tell me what about single line comment here? Single line comments. Single line comments are used to provide the description about application logic in single line. Multi-line comments, description about application logics in more than one line. Documentation comment used to prepare API documents. Used to prepare API documents. Clear? Good. So I will write one application regarding these 3 comments. So check the application once here. So comments, this is the last example, discuss tokens. Next one is the comments. For example here, I declare this is my class. Just I am saying this is class declaration, right? So total how many types of comments in Java? How many types of comments? So Java, so comments. COMM, don't think about my spell mistakes and all. So just think about the subject, Java comments. Total how many types of comments here? Number 1, single line comments. Number 2, so multi-line comments. Number 3, what number 3 here? So documentation comments. Documentation comments. What about single line comments, Ratan? The single line comment starts with the double slash. Here write the description. Here write the description. So clear? So what about multi-line comments, Ratan? Multi-line comments starts with the slash star, and ends with the star slash. So in CPP language, C language, childhood onwards, we are writing same comments from the academic onwards, right? So single line comments, multi-line comments. Here write the description as a statement 1 description and a statement 2. Like you can write the more than one line. What about documentation comments, Ratan? It is used to prepare API documents. Application programming interface documents. So coming to documentation comments, what is syntax of documentation comments? Slash star So followed by star, followed by star, followed by stars. Each and every line is followed by star and ends with a star slash. So starts with the slash star, followed by star star star, ends with the star slash. This is called documentation comments. These are the three types of comments. So basics. There are three types of comments. So this is my application. In my application, you know, this is my project. Every project contains some project name and team size and all. So here I am writing the multi-line comment description. Project name. What is the project name? Tell me. So green project. You know, Java initial project name is called green project. So and every project contains ID, project ID. So I am writing generally 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. For next one here, every project contains some team size. Every project contains team size. Tell me what is the team size here. I am writing my team size is a 6. So my project manager PM. So who is the PM? Obviously Ratan. So I am writing the team lead. Obviously who is the team lead here? Who is the team lead? Ratan. Always Ratan. So this is what multi-line comments. Single line comments means starts with double slash. So this is called a class declaration. So this is the execution starting point. Execution starting point. So just to write this type of logic, which one? Description about application logics. We are using comments. This is called so printing statement. This is called printing statement. So control S. So can please run the application. Code is compiled, code is executed. This is the way how to declare the comments. So that multi-line comments we will discuss later classes in packages concept in detail. So clear this information about your comments. So tell me how many types of comments in Java? 3 types: single line, multi-line and documentation. So single line, multi-line is not a great one. Documentation. Tell me what is the purpose of the documentation comments? To prepare the API documents, right? Good API documents here. What do you mean API? Application Programming Interface. First of all, Ratan, tell me what is the API document, what it contains, Ratan. So concentrate. Application Programming Interface document. So here, so one goal is there, Durga. Goal name is the Durga. Durga is purchased one washing machine today. So today big bazaar, Durga purchased one washing machine. But Durga don't know how to use that washing machine, obviously, right? Durga don't know how to use that washing machine. Obviously, the housewife don't know how to use that washing machine, right? The situation when Durga is purchased one washing machine, so the washing machine product developers are providing one user manual, right? So you are taken or not taken, they are providing. So an user manual. So what is the user manual? Tell me what the user manual contains. So this is the on button, this is the off button. So this is the temperature and all. So what the user manual contains? How to operate the washing machine. Otherwise, when you purchase a new bike, they are providing user guide. So this is the clutch, this is the brake, this is the handle and all. Yes or no? What is that user manual contains? Detailed description about how to use that product. So they purchase bike when we purchase the bike product developer is providing that manual. But anyhow, we are not opening any manuals. So you know how to ride the bike and all. Clear? Good. So what is the user manual first of all? Coming to API document here. So you know James Gosling, father of Java. Who is father of Java? James Gosling, you know, right? Good. Coming to father of Java, James Gosling developed Java product. So you know James Gosling developed Java product. Once the James Gosling released Java product, but you don't know how to use that product, right? Obviously, as a faculty, we don't know how to use a Java product. Yes or no? James Gosling developed Java product. James Gosling released Java product to the market, but the people don't know how to use that product. Now there is no use, right? At that situation, when the James Gosling released new product, along with the product, that fellow is generating one user manual to the users. So along with the Java product, so James Gosling is providing one user manual. So what is that user manual contains? Detailed description about how to use the particular Java. So Java product, how to use the Java product? The same way. That is called Java API. Tell me what do you mean Java API? Java API document contains detailed description about how to use the particular Java. Washing machine. So it was user manual contains detailed description about how to use washing machine. Biker. It contains detailed description about how to use particular biker. Anyway, Android API contains detailed description about Android. HADOOP API, Selenium API. Every language contains API only. So based on the API only, your faculties like Ratan, I am always checking the API document, James Gosling document. I am converting the James Gosling document to your document, like our format. So finally, what is the API document? It is a user manual, contains detailed description about how to use particular product. How to use particular product. Clear? That is called API document. Otherwise, one more example. For example, I developed one application for the college. I developed an application for the engineering college, but the engineering college don't know how to use that product. Engineering college persons don't know how to use that project, right? In the situation, I must deliver one user manual to the users. I must deliver that user manual to the college. Based on the user manual, they are able to understand, oh, this is the login screen, this is the registration screen, this is the XYZ screen, right? So that user manual is called API document. So finally, the last point regarding API document, it contains detailed description about how to use particular product. Java API contains detailed description about Java product. Android API contains Android information. HADOOP API contains HADOOP information. Clear? Good. In this video, we'll discuss basics of Java. So, the first one I started Java coding conventions. Class name starts with capital letter. Interface name starts with capital letter. Methods, variables, package, and constants. These are the coding conventions, right? So, and coding conventions are mandatory for the predefined library and optional for the user-defined library. But as a Java developer, so we must follow the coding conventions while declaring user-defined library also. I'm speaking continuously, it will be boring. Concentrate. So, identifier. What is the identifier here? Every name in Java is called identifier. Every name in Java is called identifier. And how many rules I declared here? 5 rules I declared. Check the rules. Class elements. How many class elements contains? 5 elements. And tokens. Smallest individual part of the application is called token. Java comments. Single line, multi-line, documentation. What is the purpose of the comments? Purpose of the comments. I forgot to say one point here. Comments. The comments are ignored at compile time only. So comments are ignored at compile time. Single line comments, multi-line comments, documentation. Coming to documentation comments, use it to prepare API document. What do you mean by API, Ratan? Tell me what do you mean by API here? Application programming interface document. It contains detailed description about how to use particular product. How to use particular product. I hope every point is clear. Good. So so always. So the class elements and all this class information is present in later videos. Check my videos. So thank you.